And now, live from Isolation Station in Burbank, California, it's The Plague, week 27 of the Alison Rosen is Your New Best Friend show. Tonight, Alison welcomes her guest. He's a comedian and writer who doesn't want you to judge him just because he scolds his cat like a beta. It's Jordan Morris. And she's an actress who will probably at some point become your next best friend, unless your name is Guilfoyle. It's Helen Hong. Tone Zone is here to let you all know that climate change is here, and it's real, in his pants. I'm her husband, Daniel, saying hop on board the love bus and say hello to your new best friend, Alison Rosen.
Alison Rosen. Alison Rosen is your new best friend. Alison, with her good times never end. Alison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Alison Rosen. Alison's your new best friend.
Hello, my little hippo biscuits. Welcome to another exciting episode of Alison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. That particular carbohydrate was sent in by Jeffrey Chu on Patreon. I love that the person who submitted the carb, his last name is Chu, as in to chew. I don't know what hippo biscuits are. There was a band called Gorilla Biscuits. I imagine it's either something sexual, something fecal, or actually something that they feed hippos at the zoo. Tony, will you Google that?
I'm already on it.
Already on it. Wonderful. Okay. We have such a fun show. I am very excited to welcome my guest, but first, just a little bit of business. Patreon, behind the scenes content. I have ramped up to 3 to 4 bonus episodes a week. It's almost the same as weekly. I just can't commit to the word weekly, but I mean, in essence, 3 to 4, it's almost weekly. I just had Jenna Kim Jones on, video and audio. And also, if one of the Patreon bonuses, you can see this video of us. And you will see that I have done something wild and crazy. I curled my hair. I don't know how I feel about it. Also, I have a new backdrop. It is very much like, inadvertently, I chose something that looks exactly like my parents' house. Inadvertently, I don't know. Ask Freud. But I feel like I'm at my parents' house, and so I don't know how I feel about it. But anyway. Also, I have Jerry O'Connell on the show this week. Just put up the video for that, so go check that out. YouTube.com/Alison Rosen. Please subscribe. I'm basing my self-worth on that subscriber number. And also, it was just a fun episode. He was outside. Okay. He was outside, which is not the best audio, but I feel like Tony really made the best of it. And honestly, when you watch it, it's beautiful because he's in the hills outside his house.
Weirdly, I feel like we've had worse recordings.
Dave Hill is so funny, but they don't have internet in Ohio, and also his microphone was crackling even after he fixed it. So that was a bummer because I love him so much.
Yeah, he was great, but yeah.
Didn't so I think it's best. Dave Hill at the top, and then Jerry. I don't know. It's really not that bad. People have reassured me that it was okay. Okay, let's say hello. Oh my goodness, it is someone who the audience has been begging me to have back because the last time we had her on, craziness ensued. Helen Hong, fresh from her new house and her DIY vocal recording booth.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I am excited for the Patreon subscribers to see the jerry-rigged sound situation that I have going on. I moved into a new house. My new house is 100 years old. My bedroom closet is just big enough for one small human, and I am the small human.
But you have kind of a big dog, right?
I have a very big dog. He's not humongous. He's 50 pounds, though. He's a 50-pound husky German Shepherd mix. He is not happy about the fact that our house is 100 years old and has no air conditioning.
Oh.
Because he has a beautiful fur coat, which he can never take off. Yeah.
Let's introduce our other guest, and then you must explain why you chose to move into a place with no air conditioning, because It has been, I think everyone knows it's national news. It's been like setting his records for how hot it is out here, and also the state's on fire. The coast is on fire. Jordan, hello, welcome back. We just had you on, but we had to have you back because you're the one who recommended Helen, and I've been trying to get you guys on together, and plus everyone loves you anyway. Hello.
Hi, it's great to be here.
Jordan Morris. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, and Helen, thank you for playing the sound effects that I sent you. It was actually pre-recorded.
It took me a second to hit the play on that, so I'm sorry there was a slight delay.
Yeah, I have drops that I'm going to bring with me. My own set of drops. Helen's in charge of playing them. Hi, I'm Jordan, and I also don't have air conditioning.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into it. Tony, play
Sure.
something to indicate we're about to get into something.
That sounded like that was falling in and then falling out.
Yes,
Of a
that
hole.
is your consciousness going in and out as you swelter in this heat. I don't even know if I use swelter. I mean, it's sweltering heat. Can one swelter? I think so. Okay, you guys explain yourselves because my electricity bill is insane because we're in Burbank where it's extra hot, but I mean, we have the air conditioning going all the time. I can't imagine living without it.
Yeah, it's tough. I feel like there are a few different like LA living situations, and you can pick like charming old building that has a lot of character.
Yes.
Or you can pick kind of like heartless condo, where everything's kind of identical and the elevator smells kind of like cigarettes, but at least the air works.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm making a judgment call. I am not. I absolutely understand wanting to live in the kind of heartless apartment building
Soulless.
where everything fucking works. where the plumbing works and there's air and
But
there's
it's soulless. It's soulless.
Yeah.
But you're cool. You're cool in the soulless building.
And yes, I have definitely I've been suffering with my decision to live in the charming place with history. But oh man, I've been looking at some soulless apartment buildings this summer. I have really been. I'm like, yeah.
You're like, sign me up for the soulless.
I could move into a giant building called the Icon or something like that.
Do you have a window unit?
I do have a window unit, so I can cool the bedroom. So when I go to bed, there's a little bit of a respite.
Oh, my situation's worse. I don't have no units. No units.
Do they not allow them?
Single unit.
No, listen, I just bought a house.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you so much. I co-bought a house with my sister and, thank you. Yeah, we're both first-time homeowners and we could only afford to buy, an ancient rundown ass house, which was literally 100-year-old house, which is full of charm, great backyard, the whole thing. But, obviously 100 years ago, nobody had central AC. So, and I moved in 2 weeks ago, just like 2 days before the insane historical heat wave. And so then I was like, oh man, I need to buy a window unit. Guess what? Sold out.
Oh, right.
Sold out everywhere. I called 4 different Home Depots and they literally laughed at me. They were like, yeah, right.
I actually had a similar situation where an employee laughed at me. My mom asked for a pizza stone for her birthday. She wants to start doing home pizzaing, and the clerk at Sur La Table laughed at me because I guess pizza stoning is like the number one quarantine activity.
Really?
Everybody's
pizza stoning, and the fact that I thought I could just waltz in there and get my mom a pizza stone made her laugh.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no, I got so much shade from Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware. I called around. I mean, I really called around because it was, I don't even live in the valley near Burbank where you live, Alison, where it's really, really hot. But even here where I live, it got to, at one point it was 106 degrees in my house. And I have this poor husky. And so I was calling around, like desperately trying to find a portable air conditioner. And they were like, right, nah, We haven't had those. We were sold out the last heat wave, lady. And I was like, oh, damn. So, I mean, luckily for me, I run cold physically. So I was hot, but I wasn't dying. My dog was dying. And so I had 4 fans pointed at him. I had ceiling fans going full blast. I was chasing him around with an icy towel at one point.
You seem in pretty good spirits. Now, are you living with your sister?
Not yet. She's moving in at the end of the month. I feel like we already need couples counseling.
Hey, house to yourself. Time to have a party. Kegger at Helen's.
My sister and I lived together in New York, and we literally did go to couples counseling for a little while. We were not getting along. It had to do with, it was so stupid. It's like everything in the apartment symbolically began to stand for our relationship. And so it was like we were both so frustrated that we became like locked. It was like we were like in a stalemate, and we got in this humongous fight over a bookshelf I had, because you could either make it 2 short bookshelves or 1 high bookshelf. And I had the small bedroom, which I was kind of resentful about. So my desk and bookshelf were going to go in the living room, which was shared space. And she really didn't want me to make my bookshelf high because she felt like that ate up the space. She wanted to keep everything. I don't know if it was a mid-century modern aesthetic.
Right.
I don't know what it was, but we couldn't come to an agreement. So while she was out one day, I just mounted that fucker high, and she was
A secret mounting?
yeah, but
A surreptitious mounting?
in my defense,
That sounds like a novel that like a saucy novel your grandma buys at the airport.
right? Our mom,
Surreptitious mounting.
our mom used to be super into romance novels, and she also would always fall asleep reading them, or she falls asleep no matter what she's doing late at night. So she'll be watching a movie and she'll have to watch it a number of times because she falls asleep, or reading a romance novel and falls asleep. And so we'd always find her asleep on the couch with a book like The Surreptitious Mounting, on her face or on her chest. And my sister and I would call them books with puff because they always have raised foil lettering.
Right.
So anyway, I did the surreptitious mounting. I'm not proud of it, but I asked her to please not get, this is so stupid. You know, one of those dryer racks that you put up in the bathtub?
Yes.
And to dry your hose or whatever.
Sure.
We had one bathroom, and I knew that if she got one of those and put it in the bathtub, I was going to need to take a shower in the morning, and that motherfucker was always going to be in the bathtub. So I asked her to please not do that. And lo and behold, there was a surreptitious dryer rack.
Mounting.
So we had to go to therapy to try to deal with each other.
Whoa.
And
Because you're just trying to outmount each other.
we were.
Just a constant,
That's right.
a one-upsmanship of mounting.
She came in one day and she didn't even see me, and I said, "Look up, bitch!" And I was just dangling from the ceiling where I had mounted a shelf. Anyway, our therapy did not go well.
Oh.
But we get along great now. Anyway, all this is to say, I wish you the best, Helen.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my sister and I do get along very well, but this is the first time that we have done a business transaction together, and it's
Right.
big. It's the most expensive thing that we have ever bought. And we're getting into I'm a very functional person. I just love functionality. I don't really care about aesthetics too much, and she's very into design, and, she's a web designer. So she's very into the way things look and stuff. And so we've been going 22 rounds over a goddamn front yard fence. And I'm just at this point, I'm I will just take a fucking chain link fence. Bitch, let's just, all I want is to keep the crackheads out. Can we just keep the crackheads out?
And what
she's
kind does she
no,
want?
it needs to be the steel posted with horizontal slatting and redwood. And I'm yeah, we could do that if you found an extra 10 grand lying around. Give me an afternoon and a roll of rabbit hutch fencing, and I will get this shit done. No, it's just, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
housing stuff is surprisingly everything is like, oh, it's, I can give it's a ballpark 17 to 21,000. Like everything is shockingly
That's
expensive.
the thing. It's so expensive. And I'm like, we're both broke. We just bought a house. Like, can we just like pull back on the design aesthetic until we find an extra 50 grand lying around?
Tony,
Anyway.
I've done it again. I forgot to say hi to you.
Hi. It's all right. I was gonna let it go. I'm always here. It doesn't even feel that necessary, right?
Sometime, I already asked you to do some Googling. So in a sense, I did acknowledge you, but I didn't give you an official Alison Rosen is your new best friend. Hello.
You gave him an order.
Yeah,
An order is like a welcome.
I did. Speaking of, did you find out what hippo biscuits are?
Sort of, yeah. Not a like super detailed explanation, but they are described as cocoa cream biscuits, and they're made by Kinder, and they're shaped like hippos.
Oh.
I didn't even consider the most obvious thing, which is that it's like some kind of snack.
I know,
Cake,
Allison, I love
dessert.
that you went to a fecal thing before.
I did too. I thought
Like,
that's
I
maybe
literally-
what.
Really?
I did. I thought if like
Both
that's what
of
like.
you went to fecal matter before you went to snacks, and I was like, whoa, wait a
Which is,
minute.
it's really silly because the whole point is people
Yeah.
send in snack foods. What happened? Also, last week we did peach blossoms, and I talked about how
That was my street growing up. Peach.
Oh, really?
Blossom. Yeah.
that would be your porn name, right?
Right. Oh, yeah. Isn't it like what is it? Is it
Your
it's
pet
It's
and your
pet name
street.
plus street. So yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky Peach Blossom.
Oh, that's good. And I
Oh,
talked
that's
about
good.
how
There's
there are
something
these
vaguely
little.
there's something vaguely Asian about that, Jordan. You would be an Asian flower.
Well, I don't want to co-opt anybody's culture for my porn career, but it's a tribute.
Do you think that they always hire Asian people for Asian porn? Because they should.
Isn't by definition Asian porn starring Asian people, or is Asian porn something I'm not aware of?
No, it is starring Asian people. I'm just saying you wouldn't want
Scarlett
non-Asian people to be
Johansson
taking
in there.
No.
taking the jobs.
Oh no! I mean, as beautiful as Scarlett Johansson is, she is not Asian.
Sure.
No matter what she says.
So last week we did peach blossoms, and I talked about how they are these little hard candies. It's like peanut butter with this hard candy shell around it. And then the person who sent it in wrote in to say that actually in Australia they're like little like snack cakes covered in coconut, and they sound so much better than what we talked about. So I was totally wrong. I stand corrected. And if I truly took this job seriously, I would find the email and read it. But today I don't. Speaking of today, I have been, although my spirits are very much lifted seeing all of you guys, but I've been a little bit depressed. I don't know what's going on. I feel like sad and forlorn, and
Could it be the apocalyptic ash rain?
it
Could it be?
And
The fiery
everything
blood
else.
moon rising in the sky.
Could it be, Allison?
Could it be all the things?
that's the thing that sort of like if you're coming off of SSRIs and you're like, is it the lack of drugs or is it just me? I find during all the, what has it been? 5 months, 6 months? During this whole time, it's been difficult to know how much of this is situational and how much of this is just me, because there are so many legitimate reasons to feel shaken up and upset. But right now, I don't know. Daniel's mom is here, and Elliot is so bonded with her, and it's so sweet to see them. And for some reason, I think that is like making me sad. Like I'm sad in advance for when she leaves because he'll be really sad. Or my mom's parents died when I was 6. And I don't know if I'm like, could I really still be mourning that? That was so long ago. I don't know if it's that. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like a little like sad, like in like a little kid way. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. That kind of like mysterious gloom that happens during all this, and it's so hard to pinpoint. I'm like, well, is this something I can do? Or do I just have to ride this out because the world is so stressful? Like, it's weird. You don't really know what action to take, Yeah, it's weird. Your hair looks great, though.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
your
That
hair
was
does look
terrific.
good.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I bought this rod curler, the curling iron without the little clampy thing, and it's just been sitting there. And today I thought, you know what? Why not?
Sure.
And then I
did you
went.
Spare the rod,
it.
spoil the hair.
Yes, girlfriend. Yes.
It's my favorite Bible verse about feeding your kids.
No, it does look great. And I'm impressed that you use the clampless rod, because that to me is like, I've tried to use them and I burn myself every single time. I need that clamp. The clamp is crucial to me.
It came with gloves to wear, but I couldn't find them. Not to be fancy, but like to prevent burning.
You did a gloveless rod
I
scenario.
barebacked. That's right. I will say though, when I got to the right side, which is going to be the I don't know if it's right or left for you guys. When I got to this side, it was very difficult to figure out, like, where do I hold the rod? How do I do the hair? I think a clamp would have helped me.
Yeah.
Is there a reason to not have the clamp? Why do they make it without?
There are hairdressers that do it, and it just looks very profesh.
Yeah.
Because they just kind of wind it around. Like they literally, but I understand why you could do it if you're a hairdresser. It's because you have both hands free and you're working on someone else's head.
Right.
And so you have more maneuverability. Whereas if you're a solo human and you're doing your own hair and your hair is attached to your own head.
Which it was.
It's awkward. It's awkward. And so I don't understand why people or how people, I mean, I know people do it and it looks great and they don't create third-degree burns on themselves, but I am not one of those people.
Well,
I'm a third-degree burner.
I must be some kind of hero because
I mean, it looks
this luscious
great.
hair.
It
Thank you.
looks great.
It's silly because I have naturally curly hair, but the curls aren't like as
defined,
as sculpted
as defined.
Thank
sure,
you, Jordan.
yes.
Look at you with the hair know-how.
Jordan, your curls are looking air kiss.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a leave-in conditioner.
What kind?
It's like the Whole Foods store brand.
It just says leave-in conditioner.
Right, yeah. It's the 365. The 365.
I enjoy their Hearts of Palm.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I haven't tried the Hearts of Palm. I don't typically like them, but maybe I would like these.
No, I don't think you would. If you typically don't like Hearts of Palm, these are even Hearts of Palmier.
Okay.
But typically,
more of that palm character that I hate so much. Hate that palm aftertaste.
You can really almost taste the fronds. No, they're a little bit more. The part of Hearts of Palm which I don't like sometimes is that they can be kind of vinegary, and these are even more vinegary. But typically, if I'm going to go for Hearts of Palm, I want them out of a jar. But we bought some 365 cans, and they're good.
Ooh.
They're just good. Look, I'm getting emotional.
Do you
about
just
it.
eat them by themselves, or do they go on like a salad?
I'm so glad you asked. Sometimes I eat them by themselves. Tony, could you play the snack chat drop?
Snack chat.
Jordan,
Helen, would you play my snack drop, please?
Snack chats.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jordan, you've been on the show a number of times.
Yes.
How acquainted do you feel like you are with my weird eating habits?
I honestly, I can't. It's a moving target. I can't hit it.
Okay,
I can't.
But you're not surprised that I like things that are weird.
No, I'm not at all. Yeah, you seem like Yeah, you seem like someone who would enjoy a vinegary frond.
Okay, so what I like to do when eating Hearts of Palm, yes, sometimes I will cut them up and put them in my cauliflower rice. Sometimes I'll eat them plain. But really, I'll get a bowl. I'll spritz some, I can't believe it's not butter. I'll do a squirt of sugar-free or low-sugar ketchup made by Heinz. You have to buy it on Amazon, but it's good. And then sometimes a little Parmesan cheese in there, and then I smush it all around with the Hearts of Palm, and that is my dipping sauce.
What?
Yeah, the traditional French way. That's how I do it.
I'm sorry. I left my puke bucket outside of the closet.
You got to bring in the puke bucket when you record a podcast.
I need to retrieve my puke bucket because, Alison, as much as I respect you and enjoy your company, that is gross. It's gross. What you just described is gross.
What's the part that puts it over the edge? or all of
Just
it?
even starting with spritzing of I can't believe it's not butter, and then the sugar-free ketchup. It was just all downhill. It just started low and then went even further lower on the hill.
I know. And this I have bequeathed to my son because he was eating some turkey and he wanted it with butter. And what that means is sprayed with we don't even have real butter here. He means he wants it spritzed with I can't believe it's not butter. He believes that that's how you eat. I know. I don't know. What have I done?
Okay. First of all, Alison, spritzed should not be a word that is used in conjunction with food. Like
Right.
spritzed is like I'm having a lemonade spritzer or like
cocktail.
yeah,
right.
or like
an
a
Aperol.
spritz. Yeah, but like spritz in conjunction with something food. Ugh.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
I
I
know.
think when your son gets older, you might have to worry about him huffing butter.
Oh my God, if it were possible.
Yeah. I mean, you could
what's
get
a better
real buzz from
word?
that.
Give it a hit of I can't believe it's not butter. I feel like on every
sure.
cooking show they're
Give
always
me a
hitting
hit of
things.
butter. Yeah, it makes it sound a little tough, a little bit Anthony Bourdain. Oh, yeah, I'll take a hit of the butter.
That's right.
Little
Tony,
slap.
yeah, slap it with some butt.
Little slap.
Turn.
Yeah.
Blast it.
Yeah.
What about blast it? Blast it with
Blast.
butter. That makes it sound kind of
Blast it with
90s and
butter.
extreme.
Yeah.
Blast it with butter.
Tony, do you want to weigh in on how disgusting this sounds?
With how disgusting it sounds,
Or anything else?
Yeah. I was gonna definitely double down on blast it. I stand behind that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't sound great. That's what that's my nice way of putting it. Yes.
I can take it.
But
Tony,
hey, like what you like. Yeah.
I do. I just do
You know,
me, you guys.
it's all self-care at this point. Any
that's
weird
true.
thing you want to do, you can just say it's self-care.
It is so true.
And everyone
Oh my
has
God.
to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at this point, whatever prevents you from curling into the fetal position and
Right.
just crying through a Thursday. That is like, if you need a spritz of I can't believe it's not butter, followed by sugar-free ketchup that you have to get online, followed by the third gross thing that you said, girl, more power to ya.
Yes. You're
The
a
third gross
queen.
thing is Parmesan cheese, and thank you.
Yes.
Tony,
Yes.
you posted a photo of you went camping and then you posted a photo of your legs wrapped in ace bandages.
Yeah.
Do tell.
I maybe shouldn't have posted that because I have gotten way too many messages today asking if I was okay.
Yeah.
And I am totally okay. It was just me being bad at being outdoors, basically. I went
Wait,
camping.
hang on.
Mhm.
Let's all guess what happened. This will be fun. We do have a
okay.
real game. We have the Who Knows Helen Hong Best quiz coming up, but I can't turn down any sort of quiz. So this is the Who Can Guess What Happened to Tony's Legs quiz. Tony, play something.
Tony Thaxton.
I think-
Legs.
all right, I'm going to let you guys.
It needed a legs.
Let's do it. Let's do it again, and you guys.
Okay, we'll harmonize.
Do it again, yeah.
Tony Thaxton.
That
Lovely.
hard consonant at the end.
Okay, I'm going to go last because I feel like I might have gotten a hint from a follow-up tweet. I don't know if I think Helen and Jordan have a more pure guess. So what do you guys think happened? And Tony, do you want to throw a leg up in the air so we can see, or is that not a position that your body?
I don't currently have them wrapped at the moment. I'm
You were
letting them
gonna say-
breathe a little bit right
I
now.
thought you were like, I currently don't have legs at the moment.
Oh, wow. It's a lot worse than we thought. Okay. Jeez.
I was going to say mosquitoes, but now I'm going to say piranhas.
Sure. You got to, it's piranha season. You got to look out.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Helen's
I always go with mosquitoes because I myself am a mosquito magnet. And if I was anywhere woodsy and any exposed skin would just be, just mosquito buffet. So I was going to go with mosquitoes. Mm-hmm.
do you mean you're thinking that it might have been a situation with bugs?
Yeah, I'm going to say that the mosquitoes were so extreme and you were scratching them so badly that they started to bleed.
Mm.
And that's why
Tony.
you needed to bandage your legs.
Tony Bugs.
Whoop. Sorry, wrong.
I'm forcing. I'm forcing.
Try
Is there a bug drop?
say that. What did you say, Allison?
I
Oh, no, go ahead, Helen.
said mosquitoes, and Allison said,
Oh, something with bugs.
Hey, bug, no. Hey,
Hey.
no.
But we also have one just
Drop
for
of
like,
me yelling at the cat.
yeah, but we also have another one, a more gentle one.
Okay.
Bug honey, don't.
Okay, Jordan, what
Good.
do you think?
Honored that those made it into the drop bucket. Very honored. I think, okay, you have messed up legs from camping. I'm gonna say you it's from trying to swim in like a rocky body of water. Maybe it's like jumping into a body of water and the bottom was really rocky.
Oh my God, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
and
my
my guess is also something rock related. You like ate shit camp hiking. Again, I feel like I might have gotten a hint unless you were joking with what you posted.
Well, you're kind of right. So I was. It was the first night there. Spent 2 nights there, and it was dark. Took a walk with my new lady friend and her son. They wanted to show me this specific spot near the ocean, and I was walking. I was on the far left of the three of us, and it was dark, and I did not realize I was very close to a ledge, like a
Oh my
drop off,
God.
a pretty steep drop off too, and I just slipped right off of it and
what?
slid down
You,
and
you
basically
fell off a cliff?
What?
Cliff's a strong word, but it was disturbing how far I went.
You could have died.
It was, I never
And then who would produce this?
right. It's important.
I'd be so
things.
fucked.
Yes, I never flipped or anything. I stayed upright the entire time. But basically, going down was just a lot of branches and tumbleweeds and stuff. So it just
God. Jeez.
ripped up the skin on my legs
Whoa,
real bad.
that is way worse than mosquitoes.
Yeah. And it was it just kind of kept going, and then it even had the it was comical, really, because I kind of stopped at one point and I thought I was done. I wasn't, and then I just started falling some more. And I laughed it off, but it didn't feel good.
You
What
laughed it off, but to keep from crying.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah. I've
What
done enough crying
sound
this year.
did you what was happening as you were falling down? Were you making a sound?
I
was like,
God, I don't
whoa.
even. Probably just some woes and. Yeah, I honestly don't know. It all happened so fast.
Was she freaking out?
A little bit, yeah. They both kind of were. But then they heard me start laughing, and that made them feel better.
How far did you fall, do you think? Have you estimated it?
Oh man, I'm so bad at guessing things like that.
Well, your ceiling is probably like 8 or 10 feet, unless you have a lofted, vaulted ceiling.
Yeah, I would say at least 20 feet.
Oh my goodness!
It's a lot of feet.
Yeah. But again, it wasn't like I was tumbling. It was literally going straight down.
You were getting dragged, you're dragged. You're just scraping the side of the mountain. Ay.
Yeah.
This reminds me of your telling of it. Reminds me of. Have you guys ever seen David Attenborough's BBC Earth?
No.
Yes.
Planet Earth.
Yeah. I've
Any
seen
of the
a couple
Planet Earth
those.
things.
Yeah.
He has this one in one of the series that he does. He follows this. There's some sort of goose, or duck. There is some sort of bird creature that lays its eggs on this really high cliff to keep them safe from foxes.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
But there's no. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
But there's no way once the goslings are born to get down. They can't. They have to fly, and the babies can't fly, so they just have to dead drop it.
Oh, I
These
feel
little-
like I have seen
These little
something like
gosling
this.
things have to dead drop it and flat and spread their little tiny bodies as far as they can to parachute down, and they just boom, like they just start smacking against the side of the cliff.
Gosh. Oh my
But
gosh.
thank God, like they only weigh, a few ounces. So it's not like you or I smacking on rocks coming down, but it's still like these little birdies are like boof, 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 boof. And then they're like, I'm good. Tweet, tweet. I'm good. So that's what I was
Tony.
envisioning. I was envisioning you as a gosling, Tony.
Yeah, and
did
thankfully I
did
only
it-
weigh a couple ounces, so I was fine.
Did you have to like stop the rest of? Did you have to like pack up and go home, or could you continue to camp?
No, I stayed. We just went back and just like cleaned it off real well, and I was eventually able to get some like antiseptic, whatever. Why am I blanking on? What do you call that? Just some stuff to put. I'm going to call it stuff you put on your cuts.
Some wound
Cut stuff.
Yeah.
Cut stuff.
And yeah, just kind of did that and tried to keep it covered. I didn't have any sort of something to wrap it with at the time, but and I had a pair of shorts with me, but I didn't want to keep wearing those to keep these exposed. And then I just had jeans with me. So then for the next day, I wore a pair of women's sweatpants.
Did they say juicy on the butt?
I wish.
That's great.
Where was this?
It's called Point Magoo. It's like near Malibu-ish.
Do you think that this experience brought you closer to your new lady friend or not?
I'd like to think so.
What's
She got
what's
to
her
clean out
number?
some
What's her
wounds
number?
for
Let's
me.
call her. Let's call her.
Oh my
Was
God.
Hi, we know Tony. Was it cool when he fell off the cliff or not?
I feel like Helen really would call her because Helen.
I would.
Tony, can we call her?
No. Because
You're no fun.
No. It's not that I know that she would absolutely not want that to happen.
Oh, is she a non-private? Is she a private person?
Yeah, she's fairly private, so I don't want
right.
to put her in that uncomfortable spot.
Yeah.
Jordan, anyone in your life you want to make uncomfortable?
Let's see. Play the. I was going to hold up. I'm going to ask you to play the cat drop again, and I would take out the thing and see if she woke up. But no.
Oh, I see. Well, listen.
By thing I mean headphones. Anyway.
Listen, this is for me and for everyone. If you think you may be depressed or you're feeling anxious, stressed, or overwhelmed, BetterHelp offers licensed professional counselors who are trained to listen and to help. Talk with your counselor in a private online environment at your own convenience from wherever you're comfortable. BetterHelp counselors have expertise in a broad range of areas such as anxiety, grief, depression, LGBT matters, trauma, anger, and more. BetterHelp can give you access to help that may not be available in your area. Simply fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs and get matched with your counselors in under 48 hours. Easily schedule secure video or phone sessions with your therapist, plus exchange unlimited messages. Everything you share is confidential. If you're unhappy with your counselor, you can request a new one at any time at no additional charge. That part I think is great because especially if you're starting up with someone virtually, you might feel like, well, what if it's not the right fit? You're not stuck with them at all. BetterHelp is an affordable option, and our listeners get 10% off your first month with the discount code BESTFRIEND. Get started today at betterhelp.com/bestfriend. That's BetterHelp, better, HELP.com/bestfriend. Talk to a therapist online and get help. I also want to talk to you guys about Purple. Purple is a mattress. They also make pillows. I'm holding up an example of the Purple Grid, which is like the basis of their
grid.
mattress. I know. Throw some bedding on a bunch of different mattresses, and sure, they all look alike. The same goes for pillows, but peel away the layers, look at what's inside, and you'll see they aren't all created equal.
Fancy.
And that's what makes every Purple pillow and mattress unlike anything you've ever slept on. The Purple Grid sets Purple mattress apart from every other mattress. It's a patented comfort technology that instantly adapts to your body's natural shape and sleep style. With over 1,800 open air channels designed to neutralize body heat, Purple provides a cooling effect. You guys need this since you have no air conditioning. Purple provides a cooling effect other mattresses can't replicate. This cutting edge technology doesn't stop with mattresses. Every Purple pillow is engineered with the Grid for total head and neck support and absolute airflow, so you're always on the cool side of the pillow. You can try every Purple product risk-free with free shipping and returns, and Purple has financing available Available as low as 0% APR for qualified customers. Experience the purple grid and you'll sleep like never before. Go to purple.com/bestfriend10 and use promo code bestfriend10. For a limited time, you'll get 10% off any order of $200 or more. That's purple.com/bestfriend10, promo code bestfriend10 for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Terms apply. I need to just go back and apologize for shouting "You're no fun" at Tony. You
Tony's
are fun.
really fun. He's a fun
he's
guy.
super fun.
Thanks,
was.
guys.
You're welcome. It's your girlfriend who's no fun.
Jeez.
In my defense, I didn't intend to go there. It just offered itself up.
It's all right. It's all right. We haven't
Okay.
talked. We had never talked about that. So it's all
Here,
good.
I'll take out. Let me take out my headphone jack. Tony, play the me yelling at the cat drop, and I'll see if she does anything.
Hey, bug, no. Hey, no.
Did you play it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
played it.
no,
It's played.
it didn't come out of my speakers. Okay, never mind. That was that was no fun. I thought that would be fun, but
No,
it turned out to be
Bug
zero
that's no
fun.
Now remember, the reason we even have an example of you chastising Bug is because she was scratching your carpet during the show and you didn't want to say anything to her because you were worried
Right.
that it would be a bad look. So then I'm like, could you just give us an example of what it would sound like? Not intending to then play it out of context to haunt you with for the rest of your life.
No, I'm happy. I am genuinely flattered when something I
Okay.
say on the show makes its way into a drop. I like that. It's a badge of honor.
The
I hope that someday all the drops are me.
The funny thing is, someone did say to you on Twitter something like, you should never yell at your cat, right?
Oh, I don't
Did
know.
you
I
see
didn't,
it? Yeah,
I
someone
didn't
said
see it.
something.
Maybe I missed it.
Can
Can you remember what their advice was? Or
No, it was just like, you shouldn't yell at your cat. It was exactly what you didn't want. Like, well, the reason that you didn't want to say anything on air. It was someone
Right.
just being like, don't yell at your cat. Tony, could you get your bumper dinged at the squat and gobble?
What?
I got my bumper dinged at the swat and gobble.
What other Jordan ones do we have?
Great
do we have a Jordan file?
I think on
By the way,
whole
Jordan,
thing, but
that's
don't
what I
have it all ready
say.
to
That's what I say in romantic scenarios, like when things are really getting heated. I'm like, I got my
Right.
pepper dinged in my skirt, bandit.
I'm sure that just kicks things up a notch.
Wasn't there like a restaurant named that or something?
Bumper ding to the squaddle hoddle.
No, there was like either there was a restaurant called the Squat and Gobble.
I
or
genuinely
you were,
don't remember what we were talking about.
I think there was a restaurant called the Squat and Gobble, or you were saying there should be, and then we were saying that it sounds like something sexual.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, I think
Maybe?
you were able to piece it together. I bet that
Something
is
like
kind of
that.
how it was born.
I feel like I'm not in sync with you guys because I went to fecal matter on that one.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
interesting.
lie. I heard squat and gobble and I was like, ew, is that?
We just, we don't agree. We
It's
don't
the
agree.
porta potty. That's what I would call the porta potty, the squat and gobble. Oh, yuck.
We
Yucky.
just don't agree on what sounds like poop.
Mm-mm. Nope. No, we don't.
What's your go-to euphemism for poop?
That's a great question. I think I just say poop. I mean, I like
think I say
poop.
poop.
I think poop works.
Poop is universal.
There's,
Although,
there's your next drop.
That's right.
I think poop works.
Please
Yeah.
grab that one.
I like make a boom boom. That's
Oh,
a
that's
good one.
Boom.
Yeah.
Make a boom boom.
Make a boom boom.
Yeah, in our house growing up, we were a poo or a pooey house.
Hooey.
But as an adult, I've switched to poop. I feel it's a little, I'd say classier, a little more timeless. Poo feels a little more profane. Poop
Sure.
is
Poo
like,
is like Winnie the is
Yeah,
what I think of when
that's
I
true.
when I hear poo. I like poopy pants.
Poopy pants is good.
I
Poopy
like
pants is
adding
very
pants
good.
to that. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
'cause-
go right. I have to go make poopy pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
guess with my kids, we say poopy with them. Poopy. When I was filling out Elliot's application for preschool, he's not currently in preschool, but when back in the before, they're like, what euphemisms do you use for
Oh, interesting.
For poo poo and pee pee, but they didn't put it that way. I can't remember what they said. Maybe they said for a boom boom. I'm just kidding. But we had to write down. And I remember sitting there. I literally
We don't
sat
say
there,
boom boom here. We need a more polite way to say boom boom.
Right. I literally sat there
Squatting in the, what was it?
Yeah.
bumper ding to the squat and gobble. I couldn't remember if I called it. I'm like, do I say poopy or poo poo? I sat there for so long trying to remember. Anyway, Tony.
Yes.
To get his drop file, is that something that can happen during the show, or does that have to happen when we're not connected?
I could attempt. It would take me. I can try.
Well, now we have Jordan Morris saying every version of excrement related thing.
right.
And
Right,
I think
I'll start at the top. Poop, doo doo, poo poo. Number 2, duty, poopy pants, diarrhea.
While
Excuse me.
Tony does that, I'm curious, how do you guys know each other? Because basically, this is all my way of assessing, am I going to lose Who Knows Helen Hong best? I feel like I might, because you guys know each other a little better.
Yeah, I think
we're part of the Maximum Fun family together.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
forgot that Go Fact Yourself is Max Fun.
Yeah. So we're Max Fun siblings, would you say, Jordan?
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
Max Fun siblings. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
does.
Max-
It is making Max Fun sound a little like a cult. We're all brothers and sisters.
We
Praise
drink
the blood
Kool-Aid.
moon.
Speaking of, have you guys watched, and I have not, but have you watched The Vow on Netflix?
No.
That's the Nexium
Nexium.
documentary.
Yes.
I have not. I've tried to listen to some like podcasts on the subject, and they always are a little more icky than they are fun. So
Is
I
that
stopped.
is that the sex cult with the girl from Buffy the Vampire
Yes,
Slayer?
with Alison Mack.
Ooh.
Is she from Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Something
That sounds right
like,
to me.
Yeah,
She was on that era series.
Yes.
That was her big claim to
it might have been
fame.
Smallville. Maybe it was a Smallville.
Oh, yes. You're right.
But it's the cult is spelled like NX. It's all Roman numerals.
Right.
But it is pronounced Nexium, Jordan. You're right. Which that sounds like a pill. Because remember there used to be a
I
drug
was going to
called
say
Nuprin?
shampoo.
I was going
that's
to
what
say
it sounds like.
shampoo.
That's what it. You guys are gonna. Jordan's gonna win this game. That's what it sounds like. But there was a drug called Nuprin. Little,
Oh, right. Little,
yellow,
yellow,
different. But then there's hair stuff called Nexus. So
Okay.
By
There
the
you
way,
go.
that was my my tagline for myself for the longest.
little yellow, different.
Yes.
That is
Better.
hilarious.
Little yellow different better. That was that's Helen in a nutshell.
That is hilarious.
Thank you.
Helen, besides moving,
Yes.
what have you been up to lately?
I've been getting busy to the point where I haven't even gotten a chance to unpack. And so I'm still living out of boxes. I moved like 2.5, almost 3 weeks ago, and I'm still living out of boxes because the work has been picking up, thank God. But it's like, where's my hair curler? Where's my, God damn it. Where I only have 2 spoons. Like, it's like that because I can't find anything. The only thing that I know exactly where there are the dog bowls, because you have to have the dog bowls, because
Right.
I'm just not, like, I know that there are people who wash a dish immediately after using said dish.
I've also heard of these psychos.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? My most recent roommate, this is how psycho he was. He would wash his dishes immediately after cooking his food. So his food would be hot and ready at the table, and he would pause everything to wash every dish that he had just used to make said meal. While his meal is cooling on the table, he would wash all the dishes before he ate.
Wow.
What? I was like, what kind of sociopathic bullshit is this?
That sounds like a good roommate, though.
Yeah.
Unless he
yeah.
was
no,
then like
because
uptight.
then I was like, oh shit, I have to wash. Like, I had to step up my dishwashing
Right.
game.
Sure.
Because I don't mind letting a dish sit in the sink for like 4 days.
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't mind.
I don't want to feel like the messy one, but I also don't want to be with someone who's like way messier than I am, because you got to be like evenly paired
Yeah.
mess wise.
It's delicate.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. It's like that Taylor Swift song.
Oh, I don't know it. Please sing it.
Delicate. That's all I know. It's called Delicate. That's what
But maybe there was,
It's about dishes.
I thought there was maybe a Taylor Swift song called "Let My Pan Soak."
But I will say living with him, we're really good friends. We're still really good friends, and we were great roommates, and I lived with him for 3 years, and it did make me step up my dishwashing game. Because if you're with someone who's washing their dish literally immediately after cooking, you can't let the dish sit there forever. So I would wash my dishes much more frequently than I would normally. And now that I'm living by myself currently, the dishes are just
People
they're piling up.
People who lead organized, clean lives, of which I'm not one, they say you should wash as you go while you cook. So he's on to something. I just don't like it.
Mm-mm. No, I think I really do think there's a sociopathic tendency there. I really do.
Yeah, I have to concentrate so hard when I'm cooking to not fuck up the cooking. Like adding another chore in the middle of that other chore is like that makes me feel insane.
And also, it's like they're two opposite things. One is like mess and food that you put in your mouth, and the other is like soap. And you don't want those to get.
Oh yeah, geez,
I don't know.
I know if like a little soap gets like on the plate. Yeah, I agreed. You're looking at a ruined meal.
I'm an well, first of all, I don't hand wash dishes if I can avoid it. But if I were to, I'm definitely an over rinser because I'm so afraid of eating soap.
Yes, me too. Yeah. I rinse dishes that come out of the dishwasher.
Sometimes I do if they smell like dish soap.
Yeah, because I'm convinced there's still like soapy residue, and I'm like, I'm not eating that soapy residue. Nuh-uh.
No, well, we have this in common. How's it going, Tone Zone?
There's literally only one other one we haven't played.
Oh, well, let's hear it.
My wife. It's me saying someone else's catchphrase. Good. I can do some Austin Powers if you want to.
That was so worth it. All right, let's do the Helen Hong quiz. Now, if we had more time, I would have asked Trap Dog, who does the music on this show, to make a song, but I didn't want to ask him an hour and 15 minutes to spare.
Why don't you guys sing an improvised Helen Hong drop right now?
Yes.
That's exactly what I was thinking we should do. Okay. So we're all going to together sing a song about Helen Hong.
Okay.
Including Helen Hong? Do I join in the singing about me?
No, you get to sit out and listen.
Okay.
No, you get to sing it too, I think. I changed my mind. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
It's a Helen Hong quiz. It's a Helen Hong quiz.
Yep.
She's on.
It's a quiz about her.
She just wants to know Valley. She has a dog and a new house. Helen Hong.
Beautiful.
That was really beautiful. I'm touched.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I have never had 4 people singing discordantly to me ever, and
really
I feel
beautiful experience.
I actually feel very like my head is like so big now.
It can feel so hard. It's so hard to feel connected these days. You know.
I know.
You gotta connect.
I loved it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really, it warmed my heart and almost brought a tear to my eye. But not quite.
Okay. Let's do the Who Knows Helen Hong Best quiz. We have some questions, we have some sound effects, and we'll do question and then answer, question, answer to keep it moving.
Okay.
And everyone keep their own score, even though I'll also keep your score because I suspect you all cheat.
Ooh.
All right. Question 1.
Should I say it? I ask it?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. Helen's dog's name is A. Peaches, B. Bob, C. Christopher Walken, D. Dodger.
I have my answer.
Okay,
As do
I
I.
do too.
Okay. I think it's Dodger.
As do I.
I think it's Bob.
And the answer is?
Dodger.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Tony and I have points.
To be
Yes,
fair,
points.
I'm pretty sure you mentioned his name on when you were on before, and in editing the show, it was kind of
Stuck in there.
Yeah.
Stuck in your head. Yeah. Dodger. Dodger came with the name Dodger because he's a rescue from the LA City Pound. And he's an older rescue. He's a senior dog. He came to me when he was 8 or 9, they think. And you can't change. Like, at 8 or 9, he's like a 65-year-old man. Like,
He's got monogrammed luggage.
I mean, yeah, you can't change a 65-year-old man's name.
Mm-mm.
You know, I can't suddenly be like, Christopher Walken, why aren't you answering me?
Do you have? Are you a baseball fan? Does it are you okay with the name?
Not even close. Not even. And I do get a lot of snarky responses from people because he has a little collar with his name tag on it.
Yeah.
And people will go, Dodger. Oh well, I know a better name. It should be Giants.
Sure.
cool.
Those, what a blast! I'm sure glad that happened.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
thanks,
you,
friend.
mean baseball person. I know. I don't. Yeah, I always don't like it when because the thing that I don't understand as a non-sports fan about why you so passionately hate. I understand a fun rivalry, but that fuck that. That thing I just don't get, and it exhausts me. And when
it's my fluffy, cute dog's name. You're gonna be shitting on the dog.
Name it fucking Yankees. Shut up. Who cares? I don't know. I don't care why you hate them. Yeah. It's like when people yell at you about fucking regional pizza or something. It's I don't know. I don't know. I've never been to Philadelphia and had the weird bar pizza. Stop yelling at me. Stop making everything not fun.
Although I do get adamant about Chicago deep dish pizza not being actual pizza.
That's fair. That's a reasonable position.
I mean, come on. That is not a pizza. That thing is a lasagna with a hard crust. That thing is not a pizza.
I've never had it. I feel like I need to have it someday.
It's good.
Girl,
I'm not crazy about it.
I don't.
No, you don't.
Oh, interesting. 2 no's, 1 yes.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it is insanely different
casserole,
than. Yeah,
right?
It's good.
Yeah,
don't
get me wrong. I'm not saying it's
a big
bad,
cheese thing,
but it's not my preferred.
Well, first of all, the annoying thing is if you go to Chicago and everybody tells you it's a different place is the place that you must go to get it. And there's always a 4-hour line. And then after the 4-hour wait, it takes a full hour to cook. They tell you it takes a full hour to make a deep dish pizza. So at the end of your insanely long wait to get seated, you then have to wait another full hour to get the damn pizza. And then by the time you put it in your face, you're like, this was not worth 5 hours of my life.
And they're all made to order, I take it? They can't just have some going?
No. I mean,
know
not
about
at the
this.
places that they tell you.
Right,
You
the
gotta
best
go
places.
you gotta go to Giamatti's or whatever. Name an Italian name.
Sure, yeah. Big Sal's.
But you can get it outside of Chicago, right? I could probably get some in quarantine and try it, even though that would not be conducive to my diet.
Yeah, there's some good
There's
LA.
Someone was telling me there's a good LA place that has it. And I was like, nah.
I don't know if they would deliver it to you, but there's a place called Blackbird that's kind of over by me that's very tasty. Yeah. Masa in Echo Park does it?
Yeah. Blackbird is not an Italian name. That
I know,
familiar
yeah.
with.
And I'm sure I'll get 9 fucking pizza assholes yelling at me on
sure
Twitter.
it's
Oh,
not-
Blackbird, you might as well have a kale smoothie. Go Giants! Stop. This isn't fun for me. Oh, have some fucking quinoa. Go get it. I don't know. Don't yell at me, pizza assholes.
Jordan, I feel like this is a topic for your therapist.
Yeah,
there's some
baby.
stuff you need to work out this sport. You've been on the receiving end of some sports bro rage.
I have, yes. I know. I think I mean, I think it probably happens to everybody, but when you're and I'm not even an aggressive, I don't like sports guy. I'm happy to go to a game. I think it's fun. I'm not a sports ball guy. I'm not a superb owl guy. I understand why it's fun. It's just when someone gets in your face about something that you don't care about yes, I don't understand why anyone would do that.
Yeah. Same.
So
Agreed.
and yes,
I think we are united in our distaste for people yelling at us.
Yeah, it's not
I
fun.
don't like it. Not fun.
Keep a
I
measured
only-
keep a
yeah,
measured
I only-
tone.
I only like it in sexual situations.
Hey now. I feel like I need some kind of catchphrase. Whoa. Tony.
There you go.
Wait, Jordan, do you mean when people yell at you, like at you, or yell passionately about a topic at you? Like, are they upset? Are they disappointed with you?
It's that thing that Helen was describing. It's that like you said you don't care as much about this thing as they do. You've
Right.
accidentally said something wrong that knocks against their belief system they've been acquiring their whole lives. And then you get a weird earful. And I think people are trying to be funny when they do it. I think it's like, yeah, oh, name the dog Giants. That's it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm doing a New York guy for a San Francisco guy, but it's everyone yelling at you about a regional thing sounds like that to me in my head. But yeah, it's just that thing about like, you clearly don't care about this. And they're taking this aggressive, and it's just not fun.
I also feel like they're never original because
Right,
that
yes,
Giants
exactly,
comment, I have
exactly.
gotten that same exact Giants comment 5 different times
I
from
believe
5
it.
different people, and they all think they're the first person to be like,
Right.
"Oh, I got a better name for the dog. How about Giants?" It's like,
Sure.
yeah, I've heard it.
Giants plural for one dog. Do you not understand why Dodger's a better name than Giants? It's one dog.
I remember I was doing a show and my friend worked on the show. It was a TV show. I was a guest on a TV show and he had this. Was it a sticker? I don't know why he would have a sticker since he worked there, but it was like one of the, you know how when you have to check in downstairs and they give you a sticker and it said stud on it, which was short for studio or something. But it said stud. And I made the joke. I was like, you're a stud or something.
Right.
And of course, this show had been going on for a few years. He wore this thing every day. Of course, everyone else made that joke. And I couldn't help myself. Something took over. And I remember in this sing-song voice, it was so kind of him. He went, "Never heard that before."
I went on a.
He had a drop that he played
Right.
that just came out of his mouth. Like, never heard that before. Boing.
Yeah. But I remember thinking like, why did I do that? Like, I knew there's no way he hadn't heard that 600 times, but I did it anyway.
I went on a date with a woman who worked with like hearing implants, like audio implants for hearing impaired. And when she was describing it, I went, "What?" And she just looked at me like, "Fuck you." Oh, I want I want to leave face. I will be burned into my memory forever. I had to later I realized, I'm like, "Hey, I'm sorry. You'll probably do that what thing to you like constantly as soon as you say what you field you work in. I'm sorry." But I could tell her like, "Oh, it's
Jordan,
over. It's already
it was her
over."
version of "Tell Me a Joke."
It was, yeah, sure.
See, wouldn't it have been better if she had gone, "Never heard that before"?
Never heard that before. That would have been.
Wait, was that the first date, Jordan?
Oh, was it? It was first or second, yeah.
And
Oh, so there wasn't-
and there was not
No,
another
it was
date.
the first date. I don't know why I would get 2 dates without asking her what her job was. Anyway.
So then there was a second date.
Yeah. There was. So maybe it wasn't. Maybe
she
it wasn't
forgave you.
Maybe it wasn't the face plant that I assumed that it was. I think it was a pretty bad face plant, and I think her willingness to go out with me again was probably saintly on her part.
Nice.
All right. Let's hear a number 2.
Okay. Helen's level of vegetarianism is A, pescatarian, B, lacto-ovo, C, doesn't eat animals with 4 legs or anything that comes out of their boobs, D, extra gluten, extra meat, extra cheese, extra sauce.
I think I know this one. We've chatted about this before.
Lacto-ovo means you eat milk and eggs.
Correct.
All right, I have a guess.
As
Okay.
do
You
I.
guys?
I do too. I'll guess. I think it's C. I think it's the one with it's the specialized one with the boobs.
I think that's a drop. I think that's a drop right there.
This is all gold. You can use anything I've said. This is all drop
the
gold.
specialized ones with the boobs.
I said B. I've already forgotten what you said B was, but that was my guess.
Lacto-ovo.
There we go.
I keep changing it between C and D. I'm going to go with D because if you're eating deep dish pizza, then you are eating stuff that comes out of boobs. So I'm going to say D. Oh, wait a minute. No, I have doubts, but I'm sticking with it.
Okay.
What's the answer?
The answer is I don't eat animals with 4 legs or things that come out of their boobs.
Hey.
Yeah, Jordan was right.
Fun.
We're
Yeah.
all tied now.
I used to eat boob stuff, but I've quit.
You're off the boob.
I'm off the boob. No more boob.
Wait, if
Yeah.
you don't eat, does that mean you do eat fish though?
I eat fish. I eat chicken. I eat anything in the fowl family, like duck. Fuck ducks.
A gosling
Yeah,
that
I'll
recently
eat
fell off a cliff.
Yeah, I'll eat a gosling. Fuck goslings. And like the rationale is I used to work on a ranch with animals, and I like met cows and stuff like that, and they're really sweet. They're sweet, and they have sweet breath. They have like good breath.
What does
And
that
you can
breath
hug
smell
them.
like?
It just smells, and it doesn't smell bad. Like it smells like grass, I guess.
That's so sweet.
And they all have personalities, and so I stopped. And then I watched a bunch of documentaries about like the dairy industry, and it's really disgusting.
Yeah.
And I'm a little
Oh, no.
lactose intolerant anyway, so it was like I was already kind of, like my body's like, yeah, let's just. But fuck chickens, man! I will eat the shit out of a chicken.
Did you just find that the chickens had terrible breath, or?
I don't think
And
you can
were
hug.
jerks?
I don't think you can hug a chicken. I mean, maybe you can. I know you
can.
can because I've seen like Instagram videos of people hugging chickens, but
Chicken hugging.
fuck that.
All right. Number 3. Okay, so right now we're all tied.
Helen's childhood crush was A. Patrick Stewart, B. Angelina Jolie, C. Keanu Reeves, D. Jason Schwartzman, E. All of the above.
All right, I have my answer.
Me too.
Okay.
I do too.
What do you think, Tony?
I said A. Patrick Stewart.
I said E, all of the above.
I do. I know. I'm pretty sure I know that the Patrick Stewart one is correct. The other one's kind of tracked for me, so I also said E. But it's not a safe guess.
Same. And the answer is
A. Patrick Stewart.
Ah.
Yeah.
Tony
Yeah.
with 2 on the board.
I should
Yeah.
have.
I mean, I
gone
did
safer.
have crushes. I did have crushes on all these other people, but not when I was a child.
Got it.
Yeah. So I would sleep with any of all of these people. But when I was a child, I was obsessed with Patrick Stewart. Obsessed. I would have like high school the female equivalent of a wet dream about Patrick Stewart.
Because of TNG, Star Trek TNG.
Correct.
Which Jason Schwartzman project made you like him?
Rushmore.
Oh yeah.
Isn't
I
that
love
good
Rushmore.
one? Yeah. He's
All right,
so
number-
cute. Yeah.
Number 4. Wait, okay, so Tony and Jordan just got a point, right? No, Jordan did not
I did
get
not
a
get
point.
a point. No.
Sorry to rub salt in that wound. Okay,
No.
Tony with 3.
No,
Wow.
two.
Just 2.
Pretty
Just two.
good.
Okay.
Just 2?
Still
Just
good.
2. Yeah, I didn't get the second one right.
Thank goodness you guys are keeping me honest. Okay, Tony with 2.
Are you all tied?
No,
I have one.
Jordan and I have 1 and Tony has 2.
Okay, Tony.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Helen needs a squatty potty to poop. A, true. B, false. C, doesn't have to be a squatty potty brand. It can be a knockoff.
A lot of themes coming back today. I like this. A lot
Yeah, it's
I forgot I could be playing.
an intentional callback.
Ooh. like this. I like that the Jeopardy theme comes in on the poop question.
Yes, I forgot that I was busy writing other things down. I forgot I could play this.
Trebek loves to poop.
Yeah.
All right. This one's long. So I have my answer. Do you guys?
Yes.
I do, yeah.
I think it's C. Although I've been getting it's not working for me choosing the final option for the last few questions. However, I think it's C because I believe Helen prides herself on being thrifty. And hence I feel like she would take an off-market squatty potty.
Right.
my answer.
Doesn't care. She said she doesn't care much about aesthetics, so it doesn't
Right.
have to be. It could be just a plain, taupe colored toilet accessory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's C too. It's so specific.
I
The fact
also
that,
went
the fact
with
that she's even thought about branding in relation to Squatty Potty leads me to believe that it's
Right.
something that she's thought about.
I didn't know if that was a way of trying to throw us, but
It might, yeah, it could be
Oh,
very
it could
clever
be.
play.
She might
on
not
her
even
part.
need one.
yeah,
That
but
might be what it
despite
is.
that concern, I also guessed C.
Okay. What's the answer?
You guys are all right. It's C.
Hey!
Yes. I absolutely need some sort of foot elevation device on the toilet because I am very short. And there's a lot of standard toilets that are too high. Like I can't, if I'm sitting on the toilet for too long, I can't feel my feet. Like my legs go numb because I'm basically swinging. My little
Dangling.
short legs are dangling, and we can't have that.
No.
But I can use a squatty potty right now. Currently, I don't have a squatty potty. I am using a glass vase,
Wow,
like a big,
that's
a big,
opulent.
yeah, like a big square glass vase that is just like something that, like I told you guys, I'm not
Sounds
unpacked.
dangerous.
So I don't know where anything is, but I somehow found this square black glass vase that's like a hunky, chunky piece of glass.
Just
And
like the fence, you should make some out of chicken wire.
Yeah. And
Wow.
I just put my feet on either side of either edge of the glass vase and I poop that way.
Okay.
I guess I'll never be able to use that glass vase again as a glass, like as a flower vase.
You'll
like
look
what-
at it, and the association is a
But
bathroom
really-
implement.
Think about what fertilizer is. I mean, for the flowers might do well with that
Yeah.
fine
Oh,
mist.
yeah, sure.
Do you guys squatty potty?
I
have
don't.
never squatted
Squatted,
while
potted?
I've potted. But I hear you'll never go back.
That's what I hear too. Tony?
I do not own one. I have been at someone's house, staying at someone's house that had one, and
And you tried it out?
I dabbled, and I see the advantage there.
Yeah.
I get it.
Squatted,
Oh.
you squat.
Yeah, it may be a debate buying one, but I have not. pulled that
It just
trigger.
makes things exit faster.
Yeah.
There's
For sure.
a fast exit. It's
I need to get
great. Yeah, they're great. I mean,
Or a vase.
they're weird. I have seen them at other people's houses, and when you see one that's not yours, it's a little strange. Like, ooh,
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like it broadcasting like shitting happens here. And we all know it, but it really puts
Yeah.
a fine point on it.
yeah,
You cannot
No.
ignore the fact that shitting happens.
That's right.
that's right.
Okay, it's also like, have you ever? This is a weird question, but have you ever been at someone's house and you're like, "There's lube sitting on their nightstand," someone that you're not sleeping with.
No,
I saw that
Yeah,
once.
I guess I've never seen out in the open lube.
I have. I
Really?
saw lube in the wild, and I
Wow.
was like,
What?
That's okay. I just got quite an eyeful.
Wow! Like you did not know this person very well.
No, not well enough to see their lube.
Well, why
Yeah.
were you in their bedroom if you didn't know them that well?
Well, we were friends. I just
But
still
not
felt
lube friends.
Yeah,
That's right.
There's
they weren't
friends
in
and
my
then there's lube
circle.
friends.
yeah.
In a way,
Lube friend that's next level.
Yeah. Was it like a brand? Did the brand stick out in any way, or was it just like,
Yes,
Rite
it
Aid
was.
brand?
There's a store.
Is
A
it KY
section-
jelly?
No, there was a specific like.
Oh, it's off brand.
It's like something babe. Something babe.
Oh yeah.
I'm forgetting. This was back in the days where sex was a thing that I thought about more.
The Lube friend thing, that being said, though, I have received like probably $500 worth of sex toys and lube and sex paraphernalia from someone that I barely knew, who was an audience member at Go Fact Yourself, my podcast.
Oh, boy.
And I don't know how, and it was her and her husband, and they just looked like just the most normal Midwestern wholesome couple in their 40s. And they were like Go Fact Yourself fans, and they had come to a live taping, and, you know, we were just, you know, there's a lot of milling about after the taping, and we get to meet some of our fans and stuff. And she was like, oh, thank you so much. And somehow in chatting up this very normal couple, it turns out she is the sex toy tester for Vivid Entertainment, which is a huge porn company.
Adult film company, yeah.
Adult film company. And she was just she was like, oh my God, I have so much of this stuff at my house. And I was like, really? And she's like you, and her husband's like, so much of it at the house. And I'm like, I want some. And she goes, what's your address? I will send you some. And she sent me this huge box full of like dildos and vibrators and like bath bombs that make your hoo-ha jingle. And
Wait, what does that mean? Like it makes it tingle?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bath bomb that makes your hoo-ha go.
I didn't know that they have special bath bombs that do that.
There's your drop.
And so she had tested them though?
I guess so. Like I didn't want to get that into it with her because I just met her, and they looked like the most plain, like it was like plain Jane and plain Joe.
Yeah, I mean, they're at an NPR event. So, you know, I'm sure they were both head to toe corduroy.
And it was just so, I mean, yeah, they're at a trivia podcast recording.
No, they were at a Max Fun event.
Max Fun event.
Right? It was Go Fact Yourself, not Wait.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, sorry.
This is Go Fact Yourself. Did I say that?
That still applies. I'm still going to go head to toe corduroy then.
And like just the normalest people. And they weren't even like, she was like, oh God, I have so much of this stuff. And the husband was like, oh God, she's got so much of this stuff. Like they weren't like, yeah, she's my Lube friend.
Your Lube friend.
That makes it much better though, I think, the fact that they were in head to toe corduroy and like Midwestern looking, because I feel like if they had been real like pervy seeming, then you wouldn't want a box of toys from her.
Yeah, because like, are they used?
Right. Although I'm wondering if she's a tester, if these are used, but now does test like does she test on herself, or like she just turns it on like, okay, it works?
I have follow-up questions, which we don't need to feel comfortable asking follow-up questions in the moment.
This is who we need to be calling right now. We don't need to be calling
your
Tony's gal pal or my cat. We need to call the sex tester,
the Lube friend.
But it was interesting. Like it was so specific. Like I'm the sex toy tester for Vivid Entertainment, and I was like, what? Like, she couldn't have been making it up. It's such a specific job at a specific company. And she did. She promptly, like a week later, I had a giant box of so many sex toys and lubes and lotions and bath bombs and like cannabis. Yeah, like lube with a cannabis in it. There's so much stuff. And and thank you. I forgot her name, but let's call her Jane. Thank you, Jane, because they've been fun.
And she's getting some great buzz marketing out of it. So
yes, this is real. I'm going to get the street team on this tomorrow. Okay, number 5. So right now Tony has 3, Jordan has 2, and I have 2. Oh, it's anyone's game.
Okay. Helen's most distinctive identifying mole is on her A, lower back, B, hoo-hoo-ha-ha, C, back of her neck, D, mouth.
Okay, I have my answer.
As do I.
Yeah, I do too. It's a shot in the dark though.
Okay.
Same. I'm going with A, lower back.
I went C, back of the neck.
I also said
That was my
C
second
back
guess.
of the neck.
Yeah.
I also said C back of the neck.
Helen.
It's hoo hoo ha ha.
Hoo hoo ha.
Yeah.
When in doubt, go hoo hoo ha ha.
Yeah.
I think is the lesson here.
Yeah. I have a big mole on my, I think it's like, it looks like Iceland.
Oh, cool.
It's like an Iceland.
That's a Rorschach test. You see what
Yeah.
you want to see.
It's like about this big. So like a size of a silver dollar.
Wow.
A silver dollar, Iceland on my, like my vag crack. It's like one to the right of my vag crack.
One to the right. What's the unit of measurement you're using? Just
Lips?
one.
It's one Iceland to the right.
Right. Just you make a left at Greenland and
Now, is it when you look down, are you seeing upside down Iceland?
Yes, I am seeing upside down
Okay.
Iceland. Yeah. And even it's hard for me to see. Actually, no, because the only way for me to see it is through a mirror.
Oh.
I can't, because maybe my torso's not that long and I'm not that flexible. So
Got it.
I've never seen it myself like full, like face to face. I can't
Right.
face it because it's
Sort of like your own face.
yeah.
We've never
And-
really seen our own faces.
Right. And I didn't even know it was there until I was 18 and someone told me it was there.
Wow.
the mole.
The mole. I mean, not the crack. Yeah, but the mole.
Sure. They're like, have you ever been to Iceland? Because
Okay. Remind
Yeah.
me how many more questions we have.
That's it.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Tony, you won.
All right.
Tony,
yeah.
how did you know about the hoo hoo ha ha?
I did not get that one right.
You got that one wrong.
How
But-
much did you win by? How many did you get, Tony?
I had 3 total.
Wow.
Tony knows you best. Jordan
Tony
and I.
listens. Tony listens.
That's right.
Well, yeah, I try.
Yeah.
Tony listens. That's his Frasier rewatch podcast.
Tony listens. Do you have a distinctive mole?
I don't. I'm a mole free man.
What?
Even on the hoo hoo ha ha. It's a pretty unremarkable hoo hoo
Mole-free
ha ha. Yeah.
You don't have any markings or anything?
I have a little eczema. I have a little eczema on my hands. It's not a
Well, that
super
counts.
sexy answer, but
They're not really distinctive, but I do have a little bit of a birthmark on my right wrist. I have like 1,000 little tiny moles, but they're just circles. And then I also have like another one of these on my like lower tummy area. What about you, Tony?
Kind of the same, but just a bunch of little guys, and that's about it. Yeah, nothing distinctive.
I do have one on my mouth. I have one on the corner of my mouth that every makeup artist on earth thinks is chocolate and tries to wipe off. And I'm like, you're never going to get it off. You're never going to get it off. It's not chocolate. It is. My mother gave it to me, and it has been there forever. Yeah.
See, when you said mouth, I was like,
you see
oh,
it?
we'd see it. I think it's maybe a tiny bit. It's hard to see.
yeah.
There's a little piece of chocolate on the corner of my mouth always.
You're like, oh, somebody was at the craft service table. And you're like, no, I was, but I wiped my face.
What's your go-to snack at the craft service table?
Oh, you mean crafty?
Yes.
I call it crafty.
Okay, when did it start being called crafty? Because I always thought it was craft services. And then as of like 2, 3, 4, I don't know, whenever, like 4 years ago, I heard crafty and now everyone says crafty. I don't feel like they always did.
Yeah, I know. I think it's I think it's probably a recent thing too. And yeah, I think it's to denote a higher level of showbiz and insideriness.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you call it craft service? I call it crafty.
What's your go-to? Oh, go ahead, Jordan.
Oh, I was gonna say, you asked about go-tos. I worked on a show once where the crafty man, like once a week, would bring a kind of a little deep fryer, and he would just like deep fry dorm snacks like taquitos, mini
What?
tacos.
What?
There's Ore-Ida brand or lesser like dorm snacks, like like all that kind of frozen dipping stuff, and he would deep fry it to fucking perfection.
Oh my God.
And like that stuff. Like that stuff in the microwave is, always like a little gross and the texture is weird. But like if a fucking pro deep fries an Ore-Ida tater tot, it is
fresh out the fryer.
the most delicious thing you've ever had. I always looked forward to that. That was insanely fun and good.
Oh my God. I'm not going to lie. Iceland is wet right now.
There's a monsoon.
There's some global warming, melting of the ice caps going on down here. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was really good.
What's yours, Helen?
I miss him.
For some reason, I always go to, and I don't even know why, because I don't buy them and I don't love them the most of any of the things, but I always go to the peanut butter filled pretzel bites.
Oh yeah, great snack.
I always grab those. Yesterday, I was on a set that at lunch, our dessert was an entire pint of salt and straw ice cream.
No way.
Everybody,
A personal pint.
everybody got a whole pint of ice cream from Salt and Straw, and we were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And for some reason, everyone claimed that they couldn't finish it. But I was like, if I was at home, like, now I don't do dairy, so I got the sorbet. But like, if I was at home, I could finish a pint of sorbet, like, no problem.
Put it. Yeah.
I
They're
remember,
they're all liars.
and I've told this story before, but I worked at a magazine in New York. I was just temporarily, I was like filling in for someone. And there were these two women there who were like, it was an article about, God, I'm trying to remember what the article was even about that they were editing. It was like about diet tips or something. And I'm sorry, this is like such a diet focused. I feel like I've said a lot of stuff about dieting on this show, and some people don't like that. But anyway, the woman's advice was like, keep a bunch of shaved turkey in your house because, like, no one overeats shaved turkey, which, by the way, I could totally overeat shaved turkey. But it was like the advice was like,
any deli meat is anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you. She's wrong. Go ahead.
but they were talking about like 4 ounces of shaved turkey. And like 4 ounces, oh my God, who could eat 4 ounces? And I just wanted to throw something at them and be like, you guys, that's not that much. That's like a sandwich amount. It's really not very much. It's a serving, maybe 2 servings if you're being real tight with your turkey.
Was this a Devil's Wear Prada type place that you were working at?
Kind of, yeah. It was my first place I had worked that was more Devil Wears Prada than like alternative magazine, newspaper, city guide place. And I remember just learning about different things. Like there was a whole beauty closet, and like someone's office was in the beauty closet, and there was an article they were doing about different eyeshadows, and the beauty editor was looking at different eyeshadows. She's like, ooh, that'd look beautiful if we just crushed it up. Like, when you see in a women's magazine, it's like a picture of eyeshadow out of the case, all smushed up, and like, yeah, and they call that a beauty shot, like a close up of the makeup. Yeah, it was a little bit different, but anyway, it just bothered me that they didn't realize that 4 ounces is really not that much turkey, ladies.
Well, I imagine a Devil's Wear Prada type scenario is all like young, skinny women who are like on whatever latest trendy diet, and they're just like, oh my God, 4 ounces of turkey. Oh,
it kind of was that, except I really felt like they were forgetting how much 4 ounces is. Maybe they were. Maybe they
straight up. If I was hungry, I could eat half a pound of turkey, no problem, in one sitting.
It's exactly. Thank you. You guys, this has been so much fun. This has lifted my spirits. And I'm sad about my loss in the game, but it happens. And I'm going to find something to put my feet up in case I need to have a boom boom, make a boom boom. Helen,
Yes.
Oh, I was sorry. I was about to prompt you to tell everyone where to find you, but I was curious. So you have been on sets. What's your experience on sets during a pandemic like?
I have been on one set, and it was this week. It was the first set that I've been on since quarantine, and it was weird. It was weird. There was a COVID compliance officer on set.
Oh my.
And he ran around and made sure everyone was masked. And if anyone was like within 6 feet, he was like, guys, 6 feet. Or like at one point there was like a congregation of like 6 or 7 people were clustered around. I don't know if we were like looking at the monitor or something. And he was like, guys, you're killing me. And we all had to like separate. There were these like hand sanitizer squirty stations everywhere. And I posted a picture of one of those on my Instagram saying like, I'm going to get alcohol poisoning through my hands before I get COVID. Like I literally like,
oh, my hands are drunk. I can't drive.
Can you say what show it was?
It was a short movie, short film directed by Zach Woods of Silicon Valley and The Office fame. Such a great guy.
Maybe my buddy Mike Mitchell was in that.
Yes,
too,
he was.
Right?
Yes, he was.
Nice. That's
yeah,
awesome.
I saw him. We said hi. We talked about you. Your name came up.
A good man.
We all had to get COVID tested 2 days before. So we all had to they hired somebody to do a drive-through test of all of us, all the cast and crew. We all had the Q-tip shoved up our noses.
Oh, it was that one, the pharyngeal.
Yeah. What's the other option?
A cheek swab.
Yeah.
So there's like the one where they stick it back in your brain. There's like just a nasal swab where it's more shallow. It's just your nostril secretions, I think. And then there's one where it's a cheek swab.
Cheek swab. That's just getting away with, like, it's too easy. Cheek swab.
It's pretty easy. That's the one I've done. Yeah.
No, I think that you need to get back in the brain to really.
It's got to be an ordeal. It's got to be a little unpleasant, or else it's not. It's not good for you.
Effective, yeah. Although I have a friend who works on Grey's Anatomy, and he said everyone on that set is getting tested twice a week with the thing up their nose, both nostrils shoved way far up there, and I'm like, both nostrils.
Yeah, that seems.
That's
just excessive.
Come on.
What's going on in one nostril that's not going on in the other one?
That's exactly what I said. It was like, it's like you're not having a party in one nostril and like a library in the other nostril.
And my business nostril and my party nostril.
It's a sniffle.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So Helen, where can we find you? What should we look out for?
I'm on a Netflix series. I'm on a Netflix show right now. It's a movie called The Babysitter Killer Queen.
Ooh.
It's actually The Babysitter 2. It's top 10 on Netflix in the US right now.
Hey.
So you can watch me in that. And you can follow me on the socials at funny Helen Hong. Don't follow the other Helen Hong. She's not funny.
Boring Helen Hong. Yeah. Excuse me. I do a podcast. It's called Jordan Jesse Go. It's a chat show, kind of like this one. It's on MaximumFun.org. And I was a writer on this TV show, Earth to Ned, that is now available on Disney+. It is a puppet talk show, weird celebrities, weird guests. I guess the guests aren't weird. The interviewers are weird because they're alien puppets. The guests are doing
the first 4, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
Oh, good. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for giving it a shot. Yeah, they really came out good. It's one of those things where, well, it's taping. You don't know if this is anything, but it's everybody on board was so cool and talented, and it's a real blast of a show, and okay to watch with kids. I think it is something fun that kids and adults can enjoy together. Earth to Ned. It's a lot of fun.
And also, we didn't even get a chance to talk about, but I just want to quickly say congratulations. Bubble is becoming a comic book or graphic novel. Yeah,
the sci-fi comedy narrative podcast I did in 2018 that Helen has a part in is, we made a graphic novel of it. It's really cool. It's not quite available for pre-order yet. It's coming out summer of next year. So hopefully, if you will allow it, I'll come back on the show and bug people about it when it gets closer to crunch time. But yeah, man, I mean, I've read comic books my whole life, so it was just a literal dream come true to do. It was really fun.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Tony?
Just at Tony Thaxton on Twitter and Instagram. My podcast, Bizarre Albums. And I'd like to promote watching where you walk when it's dark outside.
And follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Alison Rosen. Follow the show's Twitter feed at ARIYNBF. I want to thank all the new patrons, and I will give you guys a specific name shout out next week. But thank you, everyone new who has come to join the fun that is Patreon. Patreon.com/Alison Rosen. Please go sign up. I think you will find it to be fun. And also there's a promotion, right? And this specific promotion is going to end soon, but it's still going on when you hear this. You can sign up for a year and you get 2 months free. So you do an annual membership, you get 12 months for the price of 10. That specific thing is going to end. It's probably just going to be 1 month, but for right now, I'm going to keep it going for a little bit longer. And also I'm on Cameo, cameo.com/Alison Rosen. Listen to Childish. If you like what you're hearing, subscribe everywhere, youtube.com/Alison Rosen. And on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a nice review. It helps out the show. Thank you so much. And tell a friend. Wow, that was a lot. Thank you guys so much. This was super duper fun. Everyone, thank you for listening. I love you. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen Show?